I've been watching you.
Hello everyone, my name is Hxnleyy and welcome to another episode of the Liverpool Career Mode. We're in Season 3, and if you haven't seen the last few episodes of the Season 3, then I suggest that you give them a watch, because especially the last episode, near the end of it, we might have already kind of seen a little bit of a giveaway, but we have signed probably the best player on the game, and I'm not even kidding you when I say that. Yep, we have brought in Kylian Mbappe, the 19, yes I know he's 21, but the 19-year-old from Paris Saint-Germain. We brought him in for a record fee of 135 million. And now look at this team that we've got here. Sane, Jesus and Mbappe as a front three. We've also brought in some defenders to we're hoping to contend for the Champions League this season. If you haven't already known that we've already got the Champions League drawn as well. It's quite a tricky one this season with Juventus, Marseille and Dynamo Kiev, I think it was. And we're also at the end, or near the end of the transfer window, and I think it's safe to say now, well, we've got 81 million in the bank because, well, we sold Jonathan Tah for about 50 odd million to Juventus. And we also sold Hxnleyy for about 25 to 30 mil as well, I want to say. We got him some nice youth players in the fold too. This Hxnleyy especially. I'd like to see him do bits as well. I want to see his sprint speed to kind of go up like that a little bit too. But if you could see some of his technical stats, 83 kick accuracy, 90 crossing, 78 finishing, 84 short passing, 81 curve, 18 years of age as well, he's looking very nice. With a potential also between 91 and 94, English talent's at his finest. I'm also going to monitor probably these three as well, because he keeps fluctuating in terms of potential. He started off between 85 and 94, and now it's gone to like 81 and 94. So I'll keep him around for a little bit, just to see if they do fluctuate a little bit more. I'll just quickly show you, we're probably going to try and clear most of this month if we can. So we'll play the game against Burnley. We'll probably sim this one against Notts Forest. We'll play our first Champions League game against Marseille, and we'll also play against Spurs as well. Maybe leaving it on the Leicester game, or may sim it, I'm not too sure as of yet though. Right, we've probably got the strongest lineup really. Alisson, Cancelo, Robertson, Umtiti, Varane, Keita, Fabinho, Talisca, and MJs, or JMS I think we called them, as the Holy Trinity. We'll figure some nickname for them, like, because they are a godlike trio up front. I've also got it in 5 minutes as well. I've almost forgot to do that as well, but I don't see those actually pop up during games. Like, they used to pop up during games. I've never seen it kind of like pop up during games now. It kind of sucks really. Gabriel Jesus is the man to watch. 4 goals in his last 3 games. He's actually one of the top goal scorers in the league so far this season. And I personally feel like this could be his breakthrough season. Like, we didn't kind of use him as much because we were still using Firmino as our main striker. But I believe now the torch has kind of been passed on, probably in all 3 of the midfield, the front 3 players, so to speak. Because they actually are the youngest in the starting 11 as well. That's the scary bit about it. The rest of them are like 26 plus, I think. Burnley have Heaton, Holgate, Gibson, Mangala, Taylor, Hanu, Fernandez, Malanovsky, and Roa, Yashichi, and Mbolo. I'm very, very shocking at pronouncing names, but Mbolo, is that a new signing? Because he was from Schalke, if I remember right. I think he could play in the wing too, if I'm right remembering. And he's actually pretty good. Quite a nice, promising player. There we go. What is that by Jesus? What was that by Jesus? He took the shot like so early, but it's gonna go straight into the ref. Talisca did the forward roll there. What was that not? Into Fabinho. Mbappe. Jesus! Good save by Heaton. Look at that wide. Fabinho. Oh, too much space for Mbappe. Too much space for Mbappe. Too much space for the Frenchman. And 19-year-old Kylian Mbappe getting another one in the league. Got his debut goal against Man United. And that makes it 2-2. And Keita gets this shot. Oh my! You know what the funny thing is though? Keita hasn't got as good of long shots compared to like to this guy. I think he's only got like 80 odd long shots. I think his finishing is like 82, 83 I think as well. But look at this. He can hit them. No wonder Gerrard gave him the number 8. Well, said he's good enough for the number 8 as well. Look at that. Sane now to Jesus. Is he onside? I think he's onside, he is! Talisca with a follow-up. Good job we had someone there for the follow-up too. It's a good save by Heaton, I'll have to give him that. Sane's strike was good, but just wasn't enough to beat Heaton. And luckily, Anderson Talisca, right place, right time, slots it in to a virtually empty net. And that's number 2 of his Premier League tally for the season. That's nice. Oh no, Case is just giving it away, and Alisson going in a little bit. Talisca. He's charging forward, Alisson Talisca. Oh no, Mbappe for a simple nod in, and he's offside, unfortunate. That was quite well worked. That was actually quite well worked, so why are you still celebrating? Jeez, we get the point it was offside. One shot they had in the entirety of that half. One shot. And we've been dominating them 62 to 38% possession as well. Right, it was going swimmingly against Leicester and then we somehow conceded. It was going alright against Manchester and we also conceded. Can this be the game where we finally don't concede? Would be nice. I know we didn't concede against Villa, but we also drew. And now they're actually sitting at the bottom of the table as well. Because literally, they've lost all the other games, and the only ones that have got points from was us. Oh, Mbappe is just literally doing bits at the minute. And Talisca just couldn't quite get the header past Taylor. It's gone out wide. And Alisson again forcing the save. And this is probably the best chance they've had so far. And it's straight into Alisson. Keita. There we go. I know it was from Fabinho, but you saw who the guy I was wanting it to get to. Mad. Gimenez has gone to Chelsea. Oh no, it's another cross! How many times are we going to concede from crosses? I knew that was going to happen as well. Oh, that is... It's really getting to me, the fact that we're conceding so much. I know it's literally only like one goal, but it's all from the same. It's all from crosses. We just can't seem to do anything about it. Sane has actually won it. And Mbappe! So bringing on Firmino, Mane and Savic. For Fabinho, Sane and Jesus. Oh, Milinkovic is doing bits here. Milinkovic. Oh, that is nice. Keita has got to it. What a guy he's becoming since he's became skipper. Well, since we made him skipper. He's just becoming even more instrumental. But since we made him captain, he has just excelled in more ways. He's just been everywhere. He's been great on the attack. He's been great in the build-up. He's been great helping in defensively. Alright, that there was a fair goal. That there was actually a fair goal. Because that was quite a nice build-up. I don't... Where the hell were the 2 centre-backs? Where the hell actually were the 2 centre-backs in that? Out wide. It's a cross in the box again! As soon as it went out wide, I knew that was going to go into the box, crossed it, and Alisson should have really done a lot better there. He got beaten at his near post. This shouldn't even have been. It shouldn't even have been 4-1, let alone 4-3. They had one shot in the entirety of that first half, and we just let them back in it in the second half. Transfer deadline day. And we get another offer for Diego, who's not gonna go. Surprise, surprise, transfer talks are broken down for both the youngsters. And the third youngster will accept it once again. And again, that's also gonna get broken down. Stupid. It really is. Should at least like up the percentage of, you know, the chances of youngsters going out, because it just seems a very, very rare thing for a youngster to kind of go out. Look, transfer talk broken down in the last hour. No transfer offers are going to come. And just to kind of summarise what we have done. Wow, what's this here? Chelsea have done a big clear out. Bought in Alaba, Gimenez and Havertz, but they also sold Abraham, Luis, Moses, Batshuayi, Mount. There we go, we brought in 4 players and we've, I think, got rid of at least 5. I don't know if it was a bit more than that or what. But City have actually been really quiet in the window too. Deadline day is over and 660 million was spent. See what I mean? It's just, he's got up back to an 86. I just don't know if he's kind of worth keeping or not. These two, on the other hand, I think I am going to release. It's a bit of a shame, really, because I really want a potential guy now from America. Just somewhere that's kind of not Europe. Lee's got up to a 75, or we hope he has anyway. Sorry, look at the player of the short list. The player of the month in August is between Fabinho, Jesus, Mbappe, and Talisca. Mbappe has literally played 2 games. I swear he has as well. It's probably going to give it to Jesus, is my guess. But 4 players. It's a clean sweep. Oh, we got our scout reports. Let's start off with Japan. No, no, and no. We'll keep tabs on you. Maybe a little bit better. May keep tabs on you too. No, that's a no from me. It's a no from me. It's a no from me. And that's a no from me as well. So we're just keeping an eye on these 2 here. And last but not least, in America, I'm seeing at least one guy who's scattered you for a bit. We'll sign you up. Ooh, this guy though is a goalkeeper, 6'5" too. We'll sign him up, see if he can be any good potential. Not you. Not you. Definitely not you. And definitely not you. Kaiser thinks he's worthy of a call-up. And to be honest with you, we have had him for a while. As you can see there, he's looking pretty good. He's looking nice and promising. So yeah, well, we'll promote him to the team. Alright, we're going to play a rotated side against Forest at home. Let's see where Forest are in the minute. So they're doing it. No, they're actually just above relegation zone with 1 win out of the first 4 games. So hopefully, you would have thought this is going to be a little bit of a steamrolled game, but you never know in FIFA. Because FIFA just kind of like to say, oh no, the underdog's going to just kind of win this time around. Ali's putting us ahead. It's a good start. We've seen a couple of bookings. Salah's just put 2 us ahead. Yeah. Put us 2 ahead. I won't get my words out. We're bringing on Keita for De Jong. And the other Keita also on the score sheet too. But they do get a penalty at the very last minute and it's going to end 3-1 though. But 3-1 we'll still take. I love the Champions League. I love the little feature. That little feature is so nice. It really is. Wow, that's actually a really good training session all around. Like, everybody at least got a B, and Tedesco's actually got 1A on one of his training sessions. Maybe we could do that all the time. Salah's happy with his football and made one of the first names on the sheets. Okay, I feel like I've not played him as much this season, but if he feels like we're playing him a fair bit, then yeah, that's good too, I guess. Our first Champions League group game is against Marseille, and we're away. Wow, look at, is that John Joe Shelby playing for Ajax? He's got 3 goals. And just as I thought, Jesus actually grabbing the player in the off after a 4 Liverpool player. Shortlist. Strong 11. So, Alisson, Cancelo, Robertson, City, Varane. Keita, Fabinho, Talisca, Sane, Jesus, and Mbappe. I swear Jesus has gone to a 91 now. Talisca looks like he's gone to an 87. Cancelo might have gone up to an 86, and Alisson's gone to an 88. Marseille! The first ever time we'll be playing them in the series. Not winning a Champions League as of yet, but you know what I was really surprised about? Their sponsors are Orange. I generally thought Orange is now EE, because it's like a mixture of Orange and T-Mobile, I think. No, that's what I think EE is. So I'm quite surprised they still have Orange as a sponsor, unless like it's just a UK thing maybe, I don't know. But let's see Marseille's lineup, but don't forget guys, this is the kind of roughly the lineup that beat PSG in the league last season. So who do they have? They got Benzia, Strootman, Sanson, Luis Gustavo playing at centre back, Santos de Cruz. Oh, there's a fair few names I recognise in the lineup for a Liga winning side. It's an interesting one though. The way they're knocking it around in a minute is very nice too. Well, we're not letting Marseille literally have any bit of the ball, which is exactly how I want it, because they are lethal! And Sane has won it. Mbappe, Fabinho! Finally, we get a strike off. Cancelo. Is that Varane? It's Varane! The big why does it do that as a default celebration? I don't mean to do that celebration, honestly. It just seems like a default celebration, like the AI running to the manager all the time. But Varane, leaping in the air like he is Stefan Curry. And that is exactly the start we needed. This is why I don't want him to take... That's why I don't like him having possession, because they do knock the ball very nicely when they have time on the ball. Talisca. Oh no, Talisca! Ah! Didn't hit it the way that I kind of wanted it to. However, it's a nice, solid half. Out wide for Jesus. Cuts in the inside. And that's a very, very lucky. And I'm pretty sure that took a well, it clearly wasn't Jesus' goal. But it took a massive deflection though. An absolute massive deflection. I don't even know what even happens. So they laid it off into Jesus. I took the finish off first time. He saved it onto the back of the defender by the looks of it. Yeah, saved it onto the back of the defender. Just came off the elbow of the number 18 Marseille man. And it's going to be an own goal by Amanvit. That's nice. And Sane's last contribution before he comes off. And he finds the back of the net. Just finding Gabriel Jesus in the middle. Nobody was picking up Sane. He had acres of space. And that's his first of the season in the Champions League. And like I said, that was his last contribution as well, because he is going to come off for Vinicius Jr. Lofts it in. Sees it into Mbappe though. Oh, Danny Alli! Hey, we get a clean sheet. I feel like you need to like pop open a champagne every time we get a clean sheet nowadays. Look at that one shot in the entirety of the game. Pulisic isn't quite happy with the role in the club that he's having at the minute. And I don't blame him, to be honest. He's hardly really featured at all this season. Here's a fun fact for you as well. We are now, like, I'm pretty sure I think last season there was about 4 or 5 unbeaten teams, but we're actually the only unbeaten team so far. Right, so this is going to be the lineup. Effectively, the first time we probably will be using the second team. I think it might be the first time I'm actually using Hxnleyy as well. He's going to be partnering De Ligt in that defence. Milinkovic, De Jong and Hxnleyy as midfield 3. And the season 1 front 3 still going strong. They're going to be leading the line against Spurs. Well, not doing that great in the league at the minute. Spurs is lined up with Lloris and Nets, Roberto, Sanchez, Alderweireld and Hxnleyy as a left back. Okay. El Mohammedi and Winks. Lamela, Rodriguez and Koke with Kane up front. So they have made a few changes. Kane was literally scoring left, right and centre against me. And I really don't want that to be the case at the moment, as Mohamed Salah just trying to charge through, but that's Milinkovic, and it's Firmino! That's close. De Ligt. Nobody's got Rodriguez in the middle. Oh wow, Donnarumma with a brilliant save. Dele Alli hits it away. And Firmino slipping it into Salah. Mohamed Salah. Oh my, how did this still get something onto it? I did the little ball roll just to try and free up a little bit, and arguably that probably was still going at the keeper, but that's not the point. Hxnleyy? Alright, this one on target. This Hxnleyy De Ligt partnership is not that bad at the minute. Oh, De Jong is shattered. It's only as far as Hxnleyy. And Hxnleyy cuts back! Wow, De Jong is really tired. Okay, we best actually take him off. Who do we take him off for though? Yeah, we'll stick. Yeah, okay. Well, I think we're gonna do this. We're gonna put Firmino probably in the middle of the midfield 3 because of his stamina. Hxnleyy there, Fekir 1, Junior as a striker because I don't really want to use Jesus. Pulisic is also gonna come on too. We've been pretty good We've actually been really good defensively. The last thing I want now is to literally lose in the dying minutes from a cross as well. From a cross would actually annoy me so much. Good save by Donnarumma. I actually beat my tongue with doing that as well. What am I doing there with Pulisic? What am I actually doing there with Pulisic? It's another corner. No, it's not. What the hell was I actually doing there with Pulisic? I don't get what I was doing. Oh, they brought on the pie too. Jeez, Lamela. How did I know they was going to get some sort of last minute goal? How did I know that? They've hardly been threatening enough the entirety of this game. And when they do get one, it happens to be at the very, very last minute. Oh! Oh, okay, it's not. It's fine. Mane. Pulisic! Jeez, come on. Fekir. Good ball in. Ah! Can't believe that. Unbeaten run has come to an end in the league. Sane, chill. I benched you for one game. I think I'm gonna sim this with the main team, the second team, to have another chance. We'll simulate that. The first team's literally showing it how it's been done at the minute. Look at that, 3 goals. 4 goals. But Sane does get injured. It's 5 goals, but I would have been happy with like a 1-0 win if we didn't have like an injury. Let's just hope now. No! Oh no, Leroy Sané is going to be out for 2 months with an lateral collateral ligament damage. any game in there. So Arsenal, Chelsea, next round of the cup, Champions League game, and potentially like at least 2 Champions League games he's up for. Maybe I am hoping he will be back for the Marseille one. I really am, or at least Man City. No, I'm actually gonna sim this one too. We'll stick the second team out because the next episode will have some very big games in it as well. Just can we keep that winning momentum going? Salah in the 19th minute puts us ahead. Thank you. That probably does mean we have to reinstate either Mane or Salah into the main fold, unless we could temporarily use Junior. Oh, look at this. This is another onslaught. 4-0. Salah getting 2, Talisca getting 1, Fekir getting 1. This is probably Junior's time to shine, really. This is probably why we've still kept Junior in this sort of sense. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more content. Make sure you click the little bell so you don't miss any sort of notifications or any sort of videos coming from this channel as well. And leave a comment, any sort of feedback you would like to give me, positive or negative. I am open for open criticism. I'm hoping I'll even be open for any sort of, could be jokes, could be how your day was, could be literally anything. I'll try my best to reply. And I will see you in the next episode. Take care.